All right, if loving you is wrong, fans, that cliffhanger from last week, my gosh, wow. Kelly kisses Lucian. Now, I understand being happy and being hysterical, but at the same time, this wasn't like a peck on the cheek or something like that. Like, oh my God, thank you, Lou. Oh my God, thank you, Carl. This was like wrap my arms around his, the back of his neck and pull him in for a kiss. This wasn't a kiss on the cheek. This was a full blown kiss. Now, I was going to do a separate video on this, but it really doesn't need to be its own separate video. I'm going to lump into this one because somebody in the comments of the video I did, it was either the trailer breakdown, which guys, that video might hit 20,000 views in a matter of a day or so. I don't know how it's blowing up, but I'm not complaining. So thank you so much for helping my trailer breakdown for the next If Loving You Is Wrong, as well as my episode review, which I do believe is around 10,000 hits. So I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. But one of the comments was like, Jeremy, you got to explain to me, how in the world did Eddie get to the police station just as Lushion was letting Kelly out of the cell? That could be summed up pretty easily because of the fact that me and Chandler, and not to mention me and my mom as well, at different points of the week, we talked about how mad we were that an entire segment of the episode that should have been there was cut out. That was the commercial break in between. Okay, Eddie goes over to Larry's office. Ian's in there as well. He brings up the photos and everything. And then it's like, okay, what I can do for you right now, Edward, I can give you $50,000 in cash. And he's like, okay, that's a start. Because originally he wanted $200,000. So in my mind, I feel like Eddie took the $50,000 because that's money he can get right then and there. But he would get more in the future. And he also brought up the exchange of information. Hey, how about this information about these women from the church? You give me the information about Andrew, Joey, and Pete, because even if Eddie got all the money he wanted, if he ends up being testified against and gets locked up, that money isn't going to mean a damn thing. So there were a lot of things that I really feel should have been shown on screen. So remember, Ian goes to get the money. Eddie's like, how long is it going to take? Like, he's in a rush to get somewhere. And then on top of that, you have him pretty much rejecting Larry's multiple offers for a drink. So then we go to commercial break, and then we come back from commercial. We see Steven and Esperanza briefly talking about how Esperanza needs help with Steven to get, needs help from Steven to get Alex to come home from the bar. I mean, it's just that she didn't like how the guys were looking at her when she was at the bar before. So she just wanted a man to be with her. Now, after that scene, Ian and Lushion are just sitting at the desk waiting for Carl. I'm like, whoa, what the heck happened here? Now you're probably wondering, well, Jeremy, it's an easy explanation. After giving the money to Eddie, Ian just went over to Lucian's office. But here's the problem with that. It seems like they skipped a few hours because remember, Carl was supposed to meet Ian because Ian had found Carl off screen in the courtroom and said that to Lushion, hey, I was able to schedule a meeting. He'll come down and meet us at 3 o'clock in your office at your desk. And I'm like, okay, 3 o'clock, because that's around the same time Brad needed Chelsea, the babysitter, to come back if she could that afternoon to watch the kids. So really it's a situation where we have a few hours that have just been jumped over. Because remember, they were talking about not only Alex being in a bar, the cowboy bar or whatever, but getting drunk at that time of the day. It's like, okay, wait, it's a bit early. So we seemingly skipped maybe 3 to 4-ish hours of the dang timeline. So there are a lot of things that went down that we didn't get to see on screen. So that to me explains how Eddie was not only able to, go from Larry's office to getting changed to his police uniform to get ready for his shift at the station. But also you have to look at the fact that, well, there's going to be another video where I talk about how Carl got the photos. Don't worry about that. There's just a lot of things we don't know in regards to what happened in between Eddie getting the money to when he actually got to the police station. So unfortunately, that's only left up to speculation for now anyway. So that explains, and I know that was a long, lengthy breakdown, but someone did request for me to talk about it. That explains how Eddie just so happened to be at the police station just as Kelly gets out of her cell and has the video or photo evidence of those two kissing, well, Kelly kissing Lushion when she got out. Anyway, well, also, I did the video yesterday, which again, you all are making these If Loving You Is Wrong videos blow up very quickly, and I love it. I think that video is about 3,000 hits already. I talked about, will Kelly catch Terrell with another woman when she gets home? Which is interesting because at first I'm like, dang, poor Kelly. But then I thought about it. Well, Kelly was kissing her friend Natalie, basically kissing another woman's man. And we have Eddie going over to Natalie's place where she gets the knife, and obviously he's over there just to start some crap, so he's going to show her the footage. So I'm guessing that it's like, dang, I was going to feel bad for Kelly coming home to find, her baby daddy with another woman in her own home that she allowed him to stay in. And then you had the situation where, guess what? Kelly might be coming home soon, but Natalie's going to get the news that Kelly had been messing around with her man. So there's just so much drama going on. So the big question is, what is Natalie going to do when she finds out? Because remember back at like season 1, season 2, look, I did that video a long time ago about, did Lushion mess around with Peppa? And I brought up Claudia and everything like that. That was around the time that Alex was telling Randall that Lushion was the father of the baby, but allegedly he wasn't. And then Natalie talked with Alex about it. And it wasn't a fight, but she pretty much, wants to know the truth. And Alex was like, no. I would never do that. And it's like, well, like you and Randall messing around behind Marcy's back. Ooh, but guess what? In this situation, Eddie has video or photo evidence of those two kissing. Now, Lushion, but thankfully Carl, if Carl is able to explain, I don't know how he would play into it exactly, but he was there. He saw everything that happened. Lushion unlocked the door, unlocked the cell, and then Kelly was the one that came on to him because Carl was like, ooh. So yeah, he really had nothing to do with it, but he did see what went down. But what do you think Natalie's going to do? I mean, I feel like Natalie is going to freak out because number one, she's going to freak out that Eddie came into her house, but number two, when she sees that footage, it's like, what is her reaction going to be? I mean, oh yeah, okay, all right, I see how it is, Lushion. You want me to be a stay-at-home person, a stay-at-home wife, have another baby while you mess around with other people behind my back? And my friend who lives next door, I feel like Natalie is going to be in her feelings about it, obviously, but I think Lushion will be able to, what's kind of funny, Lushion is one who kind of drags things on just for the sake of seeing people's emotion when he knows the truth. In this situation, Lou, you better get straight to the point. None of that, random drawing out the scenery. You better just tell Natalie what happened. So, I don't know what's going to go down between Natalie. I mean, can you imagine Kelly being excited that she's finally home? Because you can definitely imagine that Eddie's going to show Natalie the footage before Kelly gets home. So you can imagine Kelly being excited to get back home, and then Natalie meets her at the front door or something like that and confronts her about it. And then I can see the perfect cliffhanger. Maybe not this upcoming episode, but maybe like episode 9 or 10 or whatever. Kelly gets home, confronted by Natalie. Kelly kind of, explains the situation, and then she walks into her house, and next thing you know, Terrell got another woman in there. I think Leslie is the woman he called. So that's how I think things will play out, but we'll just have to wait and see. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. I mean, Eddie's one to always start crap. Not only does he take Kelly's contraband and the photo evidence, but on top of that, he's going to take this photo and try to mess up her friendship and Lucian's relationship by showing Natalie that footage. So be sure to comment what you think is going to happen in the comment section below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss out whenever I post new content to the channel. And check me out on social media. Links are in the description below.